it like that. Do it like this.
Really, in primary school, I felt very distracted and bored, not interested in anything that was going on. So I was listening to a lot of music, movies, and soundtracks really inspired me first in music-wise, and it was a soundtrack called Tales from the Hood. It's a real dark movie soundtrack, and the song by Spice One was just crazy and just wanted me to get into darker music, and that really firstly inspired me to do it. And then it came high school, and that's when metal really heavily influenced me. Bands like Slipknot and Korn, and I tried to develop my own metal band, and that band was called Rectal Birth, but we did nothing but covers. So the band actually got nowhere, but to this day I'm doing my own version of it as a side project. But yeah, the band went down, and basically from there went into putting both rap and metal together, because I was a one-man army, so that's how that got started. So as music was going along, from everything breaking up and everything, wrestling got in the way. Backyard wrestling. I think about 4 or 5 years of my life went into that, and I was heavily driven to be a backyard wrestler, and that ended around 2005, and that was around the time when I was watching WCW Nitro and WWE a lot, and I got introduced to the Insane Clown Posse during the Jekyll Brothers era, and that's what got me back into music. After I seen them live during the Shangri-La tour, I just knew that's where I belonged, and that's where KidCrusher came. KidCrusher is actually a wrestling move. Me being a backyard wrestler, I studied a lot of moves, and a wrestler named Billy Kidman actually performed the move called the KidCrusher. It's a different version of the Berzerker, and they banned the move after a couple of months of him doing the move. So me being the crazy backyard wrestler that I had it as my finishing move for a long time. So yeah, the name kind of just stuck with me. Had a ring to it, didn't really put too much thought to it, and I kind of wish I did, because now I'm kind of stuck with it. Why the face paint? Obviously, when I started music up again, I was heavily into the Juggalo era, so representing Juggalo, and it wasn't just like the name, not much thought put into it as much as I wanted to. It was spontaneously put together face paint just for the fun, and just thought, let's just try something, and yeah, I did it, and then boom, I'm stuck with it. Here it is. Light to Dark and Life to Death, that was the dawn of the Dirty Fuckin Murder song, which is pretty much the first day that I put the face paint on, and straight from there, recording the album on a headset, just completely independent demo sort of album. It got picked up by a website, Something Awful, and they did the negative attention. Not only gave me a lot of views and attention, it gave me the drive and driven to keep doing what I was doing, because it was working somehow. Negative or not, it was working, and I wanted to improve in what I was doing, because it was obviously a spontaneous thing, so I wanted to build on that and make it better. So my invitation is definitely the first step that I went into making this a professional production for KidCrusher. So I went hunted for a studio. I found one, which was right around the freaking corner from me, and released it on June 6, 2006. I had like probably 3 months to get that done, and the release party was on a Tuesday night, and I think I sold about 6 copies. So it started very small when I thought that was going to be big, but it did not stop me.
This ain't shit to me. This ain't shit to me. This ain't shit to me. I'll stop that when I hate you. This ain't shit to me. Shit to me. It ain't shit to me.
Returning to Light to Dark and Life to Death, I did this because I wanted to reprise the material in better production, since it did so well in the first demo release. At this time, the studio I was working with was closing down, so they gave me, I think it was 4 days with 5 songs on each of the days to record back to back, and I was like sleeping endlessly in the studio to do it. It is a rushed piece. It's almost as worse as the first one. So Light to Dark and Life to Death, it being my first album, is yet one of the only albums you can't really get anymore.
Always keeping me up and trying to drag me down. I don't think that I'm alone. I'm sitting in the dark, pitch black by myself with a bloody blade shaking in my motherfucking hands.
Black Circle Magic was the first album which brought me back into my own headset area, except I upgraded the sound card. It was a very spooky, dark project. It was a stepping stone to getting back into my own style of things, because once I worked in a studio, I realized how easy it was, and I didn't need nobody else to do this. I wanted to become an independent musician and do this all myself, because I don't want to be rushed. I want to take my time behind the mixing board and the recordings of my projects. Cannibal Clown, probably one of my biggest, most popular, best-selling, controversial albums that I ever released. It was based randomly on Armin Maiwes, a German cannibal, which voluntarily ate another person off the internet. That really heavily inspired me to be in the cannibal things. I spent weeks and months studying cannibals and brainwashing myself to do this album. This is around the time that I worked with Strongman Pitches in Melbourne, Australia, and we started producing music videos together, and the first one was Meet the Fucking Monster.
Myself, I've gone insane. You can meet the monster, the fuck up you created. Evil is a state of mind. Evil is what makes you mine. I'm unstoppable, unstoppable. You can't stop me 'cause I'm unstoppable. Evil is a state of mind. Evil is what makes you mine. I'm unstoppable, unstoppable. You can't stop me 'cause I'm unstoppable.
We shot the music video in Ararat, just a little bit outside of Melbourne, Victoria. It's known to be one of Australia's most haunted locations. It was spooky as fuck, it was cold as shit, and we slept overnight, and it was completely crazy. Some of the filmmakers ran away scared, shaking. I can't stay here. It's actually really cool. They do ghost tours now there and everything. It's an iconic, and for us to be the first people to have a film there is just insane. And I dream about it often. It's a very cool place.
Tearing to pieces my victims, my posse, a zombie of sort, stuck in the sword. Mindless, not blindless, we hunger for murder, revenge, and then burn ya. I torture, then turn ya. I pick up my axe and continue to slaughter. Visions of bodies and blood on my shoulder.
Fangoria magazine came down to the shoot, which was really crazy in my opinion, because I read it a lot, and just to have Fangoria travel, because we were in the middle of nowhere, to interview us, really, the video, everything felt like that's the escalated part of my career, where everything started to feel like it was going somewhere, and that's where it all started.
Tunnel Runners, the new album from Hatchet House, presents the best in unsigned underground music. These are the Tunnel Runners: Glass, F Dukes, Intrinsic, Jason Porter, King Gordy, Low Key, Mars, Masterminds, Players Lounge Crew, Psycho Jesus, Q Strange, plus Jay Reno from Canada, and KidCrusher from Australia. 13 artists, 13 exclusive tracks, dropping at the Gathering on August 7th, then spilling into stores nationwide on August 19th. The Hatchet House has assembled the underground. You be on the inside.
For me to talk about Tunnel Runners would be the day that I woke up, get out of bed, and open my MySpace account to see an inbox from the Insane Clown Posse asking me to do a song for them. And that, to me, like, is the first time the Insane Clown Posse reached out to me, and I shat myself. Giving me 3 months to record a song for their project. I ended up recording, I think, 4 different songs for it. I was very picky and wanted this to be the best thing. I didn't think it was gonna get on there, and holy shit, I'm a master of the motherfucking wicked shit.
Live from the Psychopathic Hatchet Office Center in Detroit Murderous, it's Hatchet Action News. Our top story tonight, the motherfucking Gathering. the 9th annual Gathering of the Juggalos taking place, Cave in Rock, Illinois. Try this one on. The Tunnel Runners album, finally available August 8th on hatchetgear.com. The Tunnel Runners is a compilation of the world's most dangerous and sickest underground artists, infecting one album like a pack of rabid spiders. On this CD are as follows. KidCrusher, all the way from Australia, he sends a crushing blow that sailed across 7 seas and lands directly on the bridge of your nose.
Gathering of the Juggalos in 2008 just was presented during Tunnel Runners. They wanted me to head to America and do my debut performance. Pretty much with every other Tunnel Runner, there was a Tunnel Runner release party, and because it was so late a notice, I dove headfirst into this tour of America, and shit, this just gets harder and harder for me to talk about every time it comes up, because it's such a major roadblock in my career. We got to America and there wasn't something right put in the application. We got deported, we got a 5-year ban, and from there we've been waiting, and now because I've got that on my record, it's even harder and expensive to get back into America, so we're still waiting to actually even be able to do that. We just need the support of everyone else to make it happen.
Hey, we're on a train to a secret location right now. We can't really tell you, but we can tell you this, that the United States didn't take us in.
Kicked us the fuck out.
Kicked us the fuck out, so...
And they deported us, but we're not going to say where.
Yeah, we're on our way back home now, but we got a special stop first, so we thought we'd...
9-hour stop.
Yeah, got a 9-hour stop, so we thought we'd take a little special place to a town centre, but we'll show you when we get there.
Show you when we get there, if we ever get there.
We're now about to tell you about our secret location. Welcome to Amsterdam, motherfuckers. We're gonna go get we're in heaven, straight, man. We're just like meant to be going to the gathering, but here we are in Amsterdam.
Don't really want to get anyone's hopes up on the American thing as much as we try. I'm hungry, I've been sitting in this cage, but I'm going to be patient and do everything right, so be patient with me and eventually we'll make this happen.
Cannibal Clown, KidCrusher, motherfucker. We just kill it.
The Metal mixtape was recorded over 2 years. It was meant to be a 10-track EP. Ended up being a full-blown 20-track series, which ended up spawning 2 sequels. Heavily one of my most favorite projects to work on because it's so various in genres and everything.
Day break, ripping up a motherfucker like a tortured orgasm, motherfucker, do you fear me? When you see me, with the scars on my face and the blood dripping from my lips, I will find a hole and fuck it. If there ain't one, I will make one. Make motherfuckers piss in the fucking panties. Scream to some man, please, back on their knees, please. I got the stomach and I'm ripping out the kidneys and I'm sucking on the vomit, then I spit it back at you. I'ma fucking one a day to die the day you fry, you get missed in the pie. Lungs and livers and bladders and hearts, you'll see my bundle when you buy my parts, it's easy.
Back to the Metal Murder mixtape, volume 2, it was the dawn of the persona of BubZombie, which was on the front cover of the CD, and from there Bub's been on my stage shows ever since. It's really crazy, he's really added to my shows.
It's very interesting. So it's another question.
I see. And I'll answer it in this way. For some reason, I've been sidetracked by a bird.
Law and Order pretty much came around the same time as Metal Murder 2, and this is when shit got really serious. A fan of mine called Sam actually committed a murder in America, and it heavily headlined the news of horrorcore genres, and all horrorcore musicians were put into the media. This Sam character really shook a lot of people, and it shook me as well. He'd done a lot of artwork, and he was an online buddy friend of mine, and it's still hard for me to realize. It's hard to even explain what it feels like to have somebody that's slightly close to you do something like that, when this is all meant to be entertainment. We're not fucking serial killers. We're just people play PlayStation and act like serial killer and Grand Theft Autos. That make them a serial killer. An actor in a movie, Freddy Krueger, once he takes his shit off, he's not a fucking serial killer. Neither am I.
I'm the remake of the boogeyman. Calling out the motherfuckers and I'm out there jumping in your headphones underneath your bed with a bucket of shrooms, looking like Johnny Depp. Except I got a taste for death. I fit hypnosis, drive you to kill. I wouldn't really do it, but you think I will. Simply cause I played the bloody wicked shit. You think I'm really gonna fucking do this? I'm restricted. I'm Stephen King of the wicked shit. You can put me in a scary movie, I'm entertainment nonetheless. And I'm a sick dipshit.
When Law and Order hit me up, they wanted me to be in their episode, but did not explain anything about that. And when it came out, it was completely hypocritical, picked on, and it's fucked up.
Research, some of it shows that we could be heading toward cooler temperatures.
Caveman was a project that I've been working on for a long time, and it's basically been demos which we've been messing around with in the past with just a friend of mine. And on tour with KidCrusher, I met up with the drummer of the Berzerker, and we wanted to make a serious project out of it, and that was Gondwanaland. Wrote and recorded it within 9 months. We did a song that got recognized by Nickelodeon as they wanted us to do the SpongeBob theme song, which didn't get anywhere, but they still asked us to do it, which was really fun. Other than that, we did a whole tour around Australia, a few music videos, an album, and right now they're frozen, and hopefully they're gonna defrost in the future because it's just so fucking fun to do.
It's December 25th, I start the fucking twitch. Bah humbug, you know that I'm a Grinch.
The Grinch, obviously spawning from Stoned as a Motherfucker, is heavily demanded to have a return of the Grinch. The Grinch actually never really got recognized until the Naughty List came out on the internet, and to this day is probably one of my most hated songs, but most loved at the exact same time. I don't really understand. To me, I love the persona and I like to do more with it, and it's great that I can spawn off to a different persona and have fun with it, and that's what I'm gonna do. Teddy vs. Casey came together when his band broke up in Europe. He's actually from Europe, and I asked him to do an EP together. And during this time, he wanted to come down to Australia, so we stayed in Australia for 2 months, and we recorded the project. but only like he got 2 songs done, and we done a tour together around Australia, and I finished off the album by myself because of the lack of commitment. I don't really talk to him anymore, but it really was a face-off. Touring with Hed Pe and Mushroomhead has got to be, wow, a stepping stone, I would say. Like, to me, wanting to get on stage and step my live show up, and to be on stage with Mushroomhead was just exhilarating for me. And they asked me actually to do a song with them on stage, but it happened to be one of their songs I don't know, so that was just cutting at the same time, but a privilege it was.
Yo, what up, man? Just give me from motherfucking Mushroomhead with Kid motherfucking Crusher in the fucking house, fucker. Right fucking here. Fuck yeah. Mushroom fucking head. Get prepared. It's coming, motherfuckers.
I got the gig with Mushroomhead and Hed Pe thanks to everybody on Facebook that voted for me, so I couldn't get this far in my career without you guys, so you guys make this special shit happen. So this documentary should be about you, in a way.
It's 3 in the morning. What the fuck did I just listen to? I'm Jess from 3 Fat Guys Talking About Metal, bringing you a review on this experiment gone awry from the Australian artist KidCrusher's side project, Rectal Birth, and the debut album, The Nothing. Rectal Birth was first digested in the intestines of KidCrusher's high school metal career. The band is a one-man experiment brought forth by a torrent of bourbon, alcohol, and rage, which brings a final result of this cybergrind monster of an album. Everything on this album is crazy and wild. An alcoholic beverage will certainly enhance the listener's experience, and in the end they will find that it's an album that can be moshed to as well as simply observed. I'm going to take the album for what it is, an experimental trip into the psyche of someone who is pissed off at the world.
Rectal Birth was my old high school metal band that I wanted to develop into an industrial metal project, and I based the album on the Never Ending Story movie, The Storm from it. I had a lot of fun with it. It didn't really go anywhere, but it's definitely my playground.
Y'all give up mad fucking juggalo love to your very own KidCrusher!
Touring with ICP on the Mighty Death Pop Australian tour, it was a long time coming. It's like I knew it was happening for over 2 years, and it was out of this world to explain this experience, to be touring with somebody you looked up to your entire life. And it's definitely where I feel like I belonged. I was completely accepted on the tour. I felt comfortable. It was so fun. ICP asked me to throw Fagel on stage with them for one of their songs, and further along into the tour I got to be a Fagel clown, so like opportunity after opportunity, it was like I'm completely overwhelmed about the whole experience. It was insane. Grand Theft Auto 5 did a release party, and they wanted a random band to come open for them. Now this is the funniest gig I've ever performed because they booked me on the day, so I didn't really get the chance to promote it to KidCrusher fans. So this is a release party where people are lined up in front of the store ready to get their game at midnight, and here is this crazy fucking clown out in front of EB Games screaming bloody murder and jacking off a microphone into these shocked, tired looking motherfuckers that just want to go home and play their game. I've never felt so awkward in my life. Metal Murder 3D was inevitable. I started recording it during Teddy vs. KC and stopped and started, and then I had a vision of making a complete virtual project, which ended up going into development hell for almost 2 years until we shot 2 music videos, which one ended up ending up in cinemas during a film festival.
This is my first review on KidCrusher, crazy motherfucker, Metal Murder 3D stuff. Shit's crazy. It's epic. It's amazing. Freaking mind blowing. Nuts. Yo, KidCrusher. Take my money, man. It's worth freaking buying. Go get it. When I was pre-ordering, all I expected to get was this CD, Metal Murder 3D. Instead, the fucker puts a shit ton more tracks on another CD. So you get 2 CDs. And then when you pre-order, he throws in an extra CD, okay? So you're getting 3 CDs for a freaking pre-order from some dude in Australia. That's freaking crazy. Mindfuck. Insane. Just nuts. And on top of it, you get a freaking DVD too with music videos and fucking Alice in Zombieland mini movie. Like, from a rating between 1 and 10, I definitely have to rate this CD like Triangle or Zebra or fucking amazing, like fucking Sasquatch getting found with herpes. It's just amazing. It's tight, it's good, it's awesome, it's epic.
The album went on along to also win Metal Album of the Year on Fagel Lovers, so to date it's got to be my biggest album, but it was also the most painfulest album for me to ever produce. It's still to this day is my favorite project, but every time I look back on it, it's like, fuck, thank God it's over. From Parts Unknown was a movie developed by Strongman Pictures, who've developed my music videos and asked me to do the cinematic score, which I produced over a couple of years. I did a voice cameo in the movie, and also it is now in stores worldwide. It's crazy distributed, and you just gotta check this movie out. It's insane to be a part of something like that. I never thought I'd ever produce a movie score, but I was heavily influenced by Danny Elfman, so I drove with it and it worked. In relation to From Parts Unknown, I'm actually doing a cameo role in a film they are producing also called The Sheborg Massacre. I think I'm going to be some kind of unidentified object or some kind of crazy alien, Australian alien as you all know me by. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be doing some music for it as well, as apparently. I hope it's going to be just as insane as it is in my mind, because I will do my best. Why did I choose Back to the Future as my music video theme? Well, number one is it's been 10 years since my career, and I wanted to time travel back to that and just go back and redo that video because I didn't like that much. And number two is because I fucking love the movie. It's like my number one all-time favorite movie, and I've always wanted DeLorean in my music video, and this was the chance to do it. We almost done one last year to a different song without the career celebration thing, so I'm glad we did it this way. I hope you fucking liked it. Is horrorcore my main genre for KidCrusher? I feel like the outcast of genres, to be honest. I various my genres from rap, metal, everything. Every time I sort of be put in one genre, the rap crowd seems to really hate me. The metal crowd hates me. The horrorcore genre, some hate me, some like me. There's just very various ways of saying it. I'm not offended or feel like I don't belong there. I love the horrorcore community and I feel like I belong there. I just don't know. To be honest, I really do feel like my genre should be outcast.
We first met and started working with KidCrusher because he saw us performing at another gig. We've been go-go dancers for a little while, and he liked what he saw and asked us to start working with him because he needed some zombie girls on stage, and we did that real good.
Real good.
Yeah.
Say what, say what? How many times have I done it before? I'm only pulling my weight, and I'm not asking for your. I'm never getting no pity from anybody above. I'm at the bottom of the blessed pit, boxing door, come on.
What do you think about KidCrusher's 10-year career?
Well, I think KidCrusher's 10-year career is pretty amazing because he's an underground artist and he's done that with himself. It's some pretty hard work, especially in Australia, to get recognised for what he's doing. And he's got a pretty mad following. We've had some very cool shows.
Oh, so cool shows.
Some very cool crowds. And yeah.
I think he's God.
I think he's God.
I think he's God. That's not blasphemy if it's true.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Where do I see myself in 10 years from now? Hopefully doing this on a label and touring instead of stuck in a cage is the way I feel I present myself lately. It's in front of a camera or around Australia, land of the convicts. I don't know. As long as I can keep entertaining everybody, I'll continue to do this. If I get boring, I'll go back to my cage and watch Back to the Future again. I'm down with that.
Voices in my brain that keep screaming louder.
I was murdered dead. And the bolt of wine is in my wrist, but there's no blood in my head, of course. How can I die when I'm murdered dead? And there's a bolt of wine is in my wrist, but there's no blood in my head, I'm growing up. How can I die when I'm already dead? And there's a bolt of wine is in my wrist, but there's no blood in my head, I'm growing up. How can I die when I'm already dead? And there's a bolt of wine is in my wrist, but there's no blood in my head, I'm growing up. How can I die when I'm already dead? And there's a bolt of wine is in my wrist, but there's no blood in my head, I'm growing up. How can I die when I'm already dead? And then heaven both don't want me in my wrist, but there's no blood in my head, I'm growing up.
And